I am Hood, and I am here to talk about the core of Islam, what Islam really is. But before I start, I would like to ask, does anybody here know like a little bit about Islam? Like maybe have any friends or relatives that are? Okay, awesome. So I'm going to start off by saying this is not Islam. This is also not an example of Islam. This is Islam. This is also Islam. And actually, an FYI, this happened in a mosque that's about 20 minutes from here. My sister got to meet doesn't know well. But this is Islam. This, again, this is not Islam. This is a family of Islam. Islam is a religion of peace. It comes from the root word salam in Arabic, which means peace. And it is a monotheistic religion with a belief in one creator. Muslims who are practicers of Islam, we use the word Allah to represent the creator. We don't use the word God, because the word God can be changed into either masculine or feminine, like God or goddess. And it can also be made plural instead of just singular, where it could be like gods or goddesses. The word Allah is a proper noun. It cannot be changed into any type of gender or singularity or plurality. So Muslims, we greet each other by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu, again referring back to salam, means peace. So in the entirety, the greeting means, may the peace and blessings and mercy of Allah be upon you. And this is also an explanation of why you'll see like random people who are Muslims just saying Assalamu alaikum to each other. But it's just because it's a way of bringing peace to everybody. And the shorter term Assalamu alaikum just means may peace be upon you. You tend to hear that more than the longer version. So Muslims, we all believe in all the prophets. We believe in Adam, we believe in Abraham, we believe in Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. We view Islam as the final chapter of a trilogy in the belief of the oneness of God, starting with Judaism and the Torah, to Christianity and the Bible, and ending with Islam and our holy book, the Quran. So Islam, according to the Pew Research Center's published study, is the fastest growing religion in the world. It's 2010 was at 1.6 billion Muslims, but an estimated 2.76 billion people or billion Muslims will walk this earth in 2050, which is about a 70% increase, whereas the Christians, who are the second highest, will increase by 30%. So all Muslims believe in the five pillars of Islam. The first pillar is Shahada, the second is Salah, the third is Zakah, the fourth is Sawm, and the fifth is Hajj. So the first is the Shahada. This is what all Muslims believe in. This is what all converters say when they enter the religion of Islam. It says, Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. So what it basically means is there is no deity worthy of worship other than God, and the Prophet Muhammad is his messenger. Now there's a difference between what it is and how you say it. What it is La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. When you say it, you say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. So the ashhadu means I bear witness. So I bear witness that there is no deity worthy of worship other than Allah, and that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger. The second pillar of Islam is Salah. We pray 5 times a day. It's a way to it's like a forced pause of relaxation from like any situation we're in. It helps us remember that God is always watching if we're doing something wrong. And it also is a way for us to ask for forgiveness if we have done something wrong, or ask for guidance if we need help with something. The Prophet Muhammad, he used to call the prayers the coolness of his eyes. It always brought him happiness and peace. The third pillar of Islam is zakah. It's similar to almsgiving. It's a mandatory charity system. It's 2.5% of your excess income. So let's say you're putting food on the table easy, you can pay your bills, and you also like go out to eat, you can go travel, you can watch a movie. With that money that you used to watch movies and travel, that's your excess income. So 2.5% of that goes to zakat, and that's it. We do zakat just once a year. There are those who can't put food on the table easily, or they are in debt. They are not required to pay zakat. The zakat goes to the poor people and people in need. It's usually handed to the mosque, where they distribute it out across the community of poor and needy people. The fourth pillar is fasting. It's also known as Siyam of Ramadan. So the fasting of Ramadan. And Ramadan is actually the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, where all Muslims are required to fast. Ramadan is a holy month in Islam because the Quran, our holy book, was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad for the first time in Ramadan, so we hold it very dear to our hearts. And while fasting, it starts at dawn, ends at sunset. You're not allowed to eat or drink, and you're supposed to stay away from bad behaviors. Ramadan is also looked to as a month of inner improvement. You're usually expected to like try and break bad habits that you may be involved in, and start new ones, and try to maintain those throughout the year until next Ramadan. And then you try to break more bad habits and build more good ones, which helps you improve yourself. I always love to fast in Ramadan. A lot of people think it's hard, tiring. It is a little challenging, but at the end of the night, it's always nice to like be with family and break the fast together. Also, it's fun to be with friends. And the fifth and final pillar of Islam is Hajj. It's the pilgrimage to Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia. Approximately 2 million Muslims go to Hajj every year. It's something that you're required to do in Islam. If you have a physical disability or a mental illness, or if you don't have the wealth to go to Hajj, then you are not required, but as soon as you have the chance to, you should always try and go. It's a ceremony, it's not a ceremony, but it's the practice of different rituals over the course of 5 days. So one of the rituals is called the Kaaba. This is where all Muslims pray to. Like if I were to pray, I would make sure I was facing towards this, which in Maryland is northeast. So here they are walking around saying something, I can't remember. But it's like a praising of Allah. And at the end of this ritual, there's a holiday that's worldwide for all Muslims. It's called Eid al-Kabir. It lasts 4 days, and usually there's a prayer called Salat al-Eid, which is at the first day, and then the rest is just enjoying time with friends and family. And so my final thing I would like to say, again, Islam is about peace. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. Islam is basically the core foundation of it is to be the created, to be at peace with other creations and be at peace with the Creator. There's no terrorizing, there's no shooting, there's no killing, there's none of that. It's all about peace. You guys have any questions? Okay, I am Hood, and this is Islam.